caseload, seems we're stuck together. Welcome back from the land of Nod. You and I can't ever really leave it, can we?
No. No, I suppose not. Now and forever, we live in darkness.
We do. But hey, everyone spends time in the dark. You and I just know it better than most. Let's take a minute while you're still gathering strength. Get to know each other. Maybe check our compass before we set sail. While we slumbered, I puzzled. And I realized I know you. Or I know who you are. You're the one they call the Nomad.
I am surprised anyone remembers.
That name's been buzzing around my brain, and I only just trapped it. Another mystery. Where I got the idea. I didn't expect you in Seattle, not at all. And don't rightly know how I made the leap. Once folks hear the Nomad's in town, and they will, they're going to assume a lot. There are stories. Some have you as a destroyer, others an omen of doom. But, what would you say?
I have journeyed across centuries and continents. I am a traveler.
The stories sure do have you on the move.
Stagnation is corruption.
Amen. And if you don't mind me asking, was there anywhere, any when, that just clicked with you?
Constantinople. 400 years ago. My mortal home. My home afterward, too, for a time. My favorite place was the Grand Bazaar. The colors, the vitality. Air heavy with perfume and spice from lands that I then only dreamed of.
I'm no wanderer, but the world's a lot smaller now than it was. Getting smaller, too. How big it must have been back then.
Not big enough.
You'll forgive me for asking, but there's more to the story. Something else, someone else happened, right?
I have said all I desire to say about myself. I used to roam the Calle of Venice, La Serenissima, late at night. We all wore masks then. Everything was an intrigue, a romance. We played such beautiful, deadly games.
Sounds a little too sophisticated for me. And a little too stabby. I favor a simple city of thugs and coffee.
It was amusing. Until it wasn't. But there we are. I remember Prague, with its 100 spires and its libraries, places of terror and delight. I read ancient books that were printed when I was young, and I read many secrets, invaluable and unutterable.
A reader, huh? I like a good mystery myself. Tangled webs that work to a simple solution. What real life should be like, but so rarely is.
Ah, fiction. Most of the 2,000 books I read claimed to be fact. Very few told the truth. I am a warrior.
Well, your reputation holds up. My own philosophy is, when they throw a punch, be somewhere else. Preferably a different city. But while we're killing time, did you have a favorite time killing?
I aided Cadiz when Napoleon invaded after his exile. It was the only city that never fell to him. I spoiled the ambition of a tyrant and others.
Huh. Why stand against him? Political ideals? Or did he just look at you funny?
No mortal has the right to be monarch.
I believe you. And yet there's more to the story. You mentioned others.
I have said all I desire to say about myself. 300 years ago, I had a ship and a crew. We wrought such beautiful horrors. Merchant ships, naval vessels, and others. We did not discriminate. We would board, stain white sails red, turn entrails to rigging. How free we were then. The Russian Tsar waged war on my homeland, hundreds of years after I left. The Crimean War. I had long kept out of the country's struggles, but not this time. We were not unsuccessful against the Tsar, and others. Where I travel, disaster follows. When I war, it is against misfortune. If I am anything, I am a survivor.
Oh, that's not what I expected to hear. But if that's the truth, that's the truth. And I'm rather fond of surviving myself. Well then, what's the most dangerous thing out there, in your experience?
I saw the witch trials as they played out across Europe. They slew many of our kind. I barely escaped. But in fear and hate, they also slaughtered the ones they loved. Mortal hate is the danger. And there are forces who harness it. If they could burn the whole world, they would.
Bad news. In 1945, they figured out how to... Never mind. Good news, despite it all, we're still here. You'll forgive me for asking, I hope, but I can't help but wonder, how did you fall into mortal hands? It just doesn't seem your style. Something more happened, didn't it?
I have said all I desire to say about myself. I was in France during the Reign of Terror. At first, I admired their work. They killed every enemy of the people. And then, they did something remarkable. They made more enemies of the people. And more. Ideals that demand blood are never satiated. They are the danger. Many I knew died their final deaths. I nearly died mine.
Were you on the original list? Or the expanded edition?
I am on the list of those who survived. And that is all that matters. I have escaped wars over the mortal crowns of Spain, England, Poland, Austria. So too have I escaped purges, plots, and persecutions in the courts of our kind. Whether mortal or not, it is the same. When it is uncertain who holds power, knives come out.
Interesting times for certain. Have you ever lived in an uninteresting time?
No. There are always those who sow confusion and sharpen knives. We do what we must.
Well, Seattle has both confusion and knives aplenty. But you weren't just running. You helped out, right?
I have said all I desire to say about myself. Tell me of you now.